Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. We're going to take a look at just one story that we have today, and it is on Bitfarms management shakeup. So Grozinski is out and Morphy is in, it looks like. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We'll take a look at it. And then we'll also take a look at my portfolio update for, well, the ending of the year, basically. Did dollar cost averaging help me out? And we'll see how far down I am compared to like the NASDAQ and things like that. Otherwise, the markets were up today. Bitcoin was up as well, Ethereum as well, and so were the miners for the most part. We still had a couple miners hit 52-week lows. That included DMG, Hive, BitDigital, and DigiHost all hit 52-week lows today. We'll look at all the miners, see how they did, and see how they've done to year-to-date, basically, how low they've gone. And I think that's it. Yeah, so as always, not financial advice, for entertainment only. Do your own research. I'm invested in following coins and companies for full disclosure, as always. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. Okay, so let's take a look at the markets here really quick. And S&P. So the S&P was up today 1.75% to 3,849. It is down right now, year to date, 19.44%. So not a great year for the markets. Dow Jones was up today 1.05% to 33,220.81. And my information here is missing on Dow Jones for some reason. NASDAQ was up today 2.54% to 10,951. It is down 33% year to date. And then Bitcoin was up today as well. It was up, let's take a look at it here, 0.53% on the day to a close of 16,627. We are currently at 16,629, so not too far off of that. We did hit a high today at 16,654. Now, looking at the 4-hour chart on it, we can see that it is going back up here a little bit in the last 24 hours, I'd say. And the RSI is at 44. Last time we were right around here. Price was at 16,800, so we are lower on price on the 4-hour chart. And the RSI on 1-hour chart is up to 56 right now. Last time we were here, price at that point was also higher. So it's still looking a little bearish on Bitcoin, but it is down 64% year to date. Ethereum, if we look at it on the daily chart, we can see it was up to date 0.88% to a close of 1,199, hit a high of 1,206, excuse me, and a low of 1,186. It is down year to date 67% so far. Let's take a look at the miners now. ANY was up to date 1.34% to 28 cents. It is down year to date 91.19%. Next is Argo. Argo was up nicely today, 23.19% to 90 cents. So it looks like investors are liking the fact that they are not going to be going bankrupt anytime soon. They sold off some assets and they're able to continue mining. So that's a good thing there. They're down 92% year to date. Next is BitDigital. BitDigital was up today 5.63% to 57 cents. It is down 90% year to date. Bitfarms was down 0.95% to 39 cents. It is down 92% as well this year. CleanSpark was up nicely today, 7.73% to $1.95. It is down only 79%, almost 80% year to date. Cores was down 12.36% to 8 cents. It is down 99.26% year to date. That one has been painful for a lot of people. DigiHost was up today 1.95% to 36 cents. It is down 92.22% year to date. DMG was down today 0.19% to 10 cents. It is down 83% year to date. Greenedge was down 4.84% to 27 cents. It is down 98% year to date. Hive was up today 0.7% to $1.44, and it is down 89.29% for the year. Hut 8 was up today 4.88% to 84 cents. It is down 89% for the year. Iris Energy is up to date 3.77% to $1.10. It is down also 93% year to date. Marathon was up 8.43% to $3.41. It's down 89.88%. Year to date, Mawson was up 3.29 to 22 cents. It is down 96.75% for the year. Riot was up to date 3.95% to $3.42. It is down 84%, almost 85% for year to date. Soluna is down 1.82% today to 26, almost 27 cents, and it is down 97.54% for the year. And then finally, Wolf was up today 7.15% to 63 cents, and it is down 96.21% year to date. There are two stocks that I took out of here. One was Luxfolio, the other one was Stronghold, as we don't really cover them anymore because they don't provide monthly updates. If they ever choose to do that again, we'll start covering him. But until then, I figured might as well take him off here. Okay, so that's the miners, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the markets. Let's take a look at the network hash rate here on Bitcoin really quick. And if we, let's see here, reload this page really quick, we can see that the network hash rate has gone up a little bit on the 7-day average to 228 million. If we look at the 1-day average, it has spiked quite up here to 295 million. So miners are starting to get plugged back in, energized. The cold snap has gone away. That's a good thing for the miners. We'll see where they end up for the month of December. We only have one more day in it. Not one more day. Tomorrow's the 29th. So we got 2 more days of mining, and then we're done with it. We're into the new year. Okay. So our first story is Bitfarms promotes Geoffrey Morphy to Chief Executive Officer. And so Bitfarms promoted President and Chief Operating Officer Geoffrey Morphy to the position of President and Chief Executive Officer effective immediately. So Emiliano Grozinski has resigned as CEO and will remain a director on the board. Co-founder Nicholas Bonta will shift from the position of executive chairman to the role of chairman of the board of directors. Mr. Bonta said, since joining Bitfarms management team in 2020, Geoff has played an instrumental role in developing the company's management team, corporate structure, governance and controls, and investor relations, as well as operations and strategy. In a little over 2 years, Geoff helped transform Bitfarms from a purely Canadian company trading on the TSX Venture Exchange with 5 farms in Quebec to an international powerhouse traded on both the NASDAQ and the TSX, with 10 operating farms in 4 countries driving over 4.4 exahash per second today. I am proud to announce Geoff as Bitmain's new CEO and am confident his expanded leadership will continue to bring success to Bitfarms in the coming years. So they are obviously pretty happy with his performance, hence the appointment. And then Mr. Grozinski and Mr. Bonata co-founded Bitfarms in Quebec in 2017 with the vision to create an institutional class Bitcoin mining company with strong focus on corporate governance, a sustainable business model, and an aggressive expansion plan. Since founding the company, Mr. Grozinski and Mr. Bonta have served both as directors and executives and have been crucial players in the company's strategic development and the Argentina expansion, which upon full deployment is expected to be Bitfarms' lowest operating cost facility. The existing site and contracts also represent a substantial growth in business opportunities. So that's good there. So didn't say why Mr. Grozinski is stepping down here. I'm guessing doesn't seem like the board made him step down. I could be wrong on that. Either that or Mr. Grozinski is just, wanting to do other things. So we'll see how this plays out, how well Mr. Morphy is going to do going forward. He's definitely entering into a pretty chaotic time in Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, with Bitcoin price being way down as it is. It's definitely going to be challenging for him and for the rest of the miners as it is. So we'll see how they do. They do have the facilities that are still not fully operational in Argentina. That's going to help them out going forward. We'll see how well they can navigate that and see what the new year holds for them. So I wish them all the best. Okay, so that is it. So this is going to be a pretty quick video. Next, we're just going to take a look at my portfolio. And this is just on the stocks that I own. I'm not going to go into any of the crypto things that I have. As you guys know, I own Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, some other ones as well. So this is just on how my portfolio has done basically this year. And it's down quite substantially. It's down 17.3 thousand this year. I started buying into the market pretty much at the beginning of the year, I would say maybe towards February, I think is when I really started getting heavy into it. And I've been dollar cost averaging as I've been going into it. So obviously the market has been falling down. So I've tried to dollar cost average in each month. And we'll look at my dollar cost averaging, how I've done that so far. But today I'm down $280, not a big deal, down 1.69% on the day from the previous day. So I have Bitfarms, CleanSpark, Hive, and Rivian in here. Rivian makes up 30% of my portfolio. Bitfarms is 18%, Hive is 17%, and CleanSpark is 35%. So Rivian, I started getting into that one pretty much when it IPO'd. That was a mistake. Should have waited for it to come down, but I didn't buy too much at that point. That was still quite a bit of change, but I should have waited. Bitfarms, started getting into them as well this year, along with CleanSpark. Hive, I got into them back in 2017, 2018 when it went down to like 8 cents. Dollar cost average all the way down to that. So my cost average on Hive is pretty low. So I'm actually positive on that one, as you can see here. CleanSpark, I'm down quite a bit. Bitfarms as well, and Rivian. So let's take a look at it, how much I'm down. Let's see here. Bitfarms, I am down almost 6.4 thousand on them. My cost basis was 10.3 thousand. I'm down 61% on them, even though I've been dollar cost averaging into them this whole year. CleanSpark, cost basis was $13,833. I'm down almost 6,000 on them, down 43% on them. Hive is about a cost average of 40 cents. Cost basis was about $1,000 now. And up on them about 257%. So as long as they stay above this, I'll be fine. They have been coming down quite a bit now. They are at $1.43. I think this is from yesterday's numbers. And then Rivian, my price paid in is $38.32. Cost basis is $14,561. And let me see here. Surprised that Rivian is showing up 30% and CleanSpark is 35% when the cost basis is 30%. It's higher here. That doesn't make any sense, does it? So you're 35% on this one. Market value. So it's going by the market value currently. Okay. So that's what it's going by. So that's the market value percentage-wise of my portfolio. Cost basis, I'm sure it's going to be a lot higher. It's going to be higher than CleanSpark. And then, so Rivian would be number 1, CleanSpark 2, Bitfarms number 3, and Hive would be number 4 spot on. But let me see here. Yeah, paid 14.5 for Rivian in total. I'm down 7,820, so I'm down 53% on it. And I've been buying into it as well as best I can. Original goal was to get to at least 100 shares. Well, that has now surpassed that, and my next goal is now to get to 1,000 shares. But we'll see how that continues going forward into next year. And Rivian is actually my long-term play. It's 5-10 year horizon play. Whereas these guys, the miners, are for the next, now that we're already almost done with 2022, I'm guessing sometime at the end of 2024 or mid-2024, I'll probably be start selling these down as well. Okay, so here's my DCA schedule that I've been doing. Got some charts to go along with it as well. So Bitfarms, I started buying those at $4.86, and I've just continued buying more and more, and then you can see I'm buying more shares as the price has come way down. And I'll probably continue to do that as if it keeps falling, but I'll keep doing that. My goal is with these guys here, and I forgot to put in, well, Hive's not in here because Hive is from 2017, 2018. I'd have to go back to my trading account that's on there. I didn't feel like doing that. But that's in here because that's old. This is all new stuff from this year. And you can see here that recently I bought 1,250 shares of Bitfarms at about 40 cents. Been buying all the way from 4.96 down to 40 cents. So it's been a rough year. So if we look at the charts here, you can see the DCA is the dark blue line over here. And then the light teal line you can see is the price of it. So I was pretty close to break even a couple of times here with it. Got a little bit closer, but the whole time I've been dollar cost averaging down. Has helped tremendously. You can see the same thing with CleanSpark here. CleanSpark I started buying at $9. Originally bought just 50 shares and then continued to add more as the price has been coming down. And I plan to probably add some more even next week, as long as the price stays where it's at right now. So I'll do that as well. And the lowest price I got on it was $1.76. This was last week or this week, I can't remember now. But I bought another 300 shares of that. So that helped dollar cost average down a little bit more. And you can see here on CleanSpark, the price is the light red and the dark red is the DCA average on it coming down. And at one point, I think this was around, was this in August, I think it was, I was actually in the green on CleanSpark where I was positive earnings-wise. So if I sold at that point, I would have made 10-15%, whatever it was, on it at that time. But I held on to it and dollar cost average into it as it continued to fall down. And then when we look at Rivian, like I said, is a 5-10 year play here. So I'm going to continue dollar cost average into them for the next probably 4 or 5 years, depending as long as the price stays below my average price. So my average price right now on those, like I said, is $38 for Rivian. So as long as it stays below that, I'll probably continue dollar cost average into it. And I'll probably go up a little bit higher onto it with all of these. Like 25% above my dollar cost average. I'll probably dollar cost average until we get to that point in time. But you can see here also Rivian has kind of been all over the place with price. Dollar cost average is the dark green, price is the light green. Got it pretty close to my break-even point, sorry. Right around here, this was right around September, I believe, time frame where I was pretty close to my break-even point at that point. So that's the portfolio right there. The assumption is with the miners, they can easily go to 10x in the next 2 to 3 years, possibly even 20 to 30x. We've seen some miners, Marathon, Hive, others, Riot, go up 50x from the bottom to the top. If that happens, I'm going 10, 20, 30x just to kind of see where things are at. So if things just go 10x, then that's everything that I have here, including Rivian, which I think that is doable, but I don't think it's going to be doable in the next year or the next 2 to 3 years. I think it's going to be possibly 5, 7 years down the road. It could get there as long as they increase their production annually and bring their costs down a little bit too. So I left Rivian here at 10x for all of these, and then the mining stocks, I used 10x, 20x, and 30x just to kind of see where things might end up at. So if we get 10x on all of these, that would be a 184,000 gain on them, which wouldn't be bad considering that I put in cost basis was about 40,000. So that would be actually a really good return on investment. If we go to 20x, we're looking at 341,000 at that point. Obviously, Uncle Sam is going to take close to being long-term investments on some of these. We could be at 15% to 20% for short-term. Some of the shorter-term shares that are bought. But that's kind of where we're looking at 20x, and that's still Rivian at 10x right now. And then 30x, we're looking at close to $500,000 if that plays out that way. But there's a lot of ifs there. Bitfarms has to continue to grow. CleanSpark has to continue to grow along with Hive. And then I may add in some other shares as well. One is Riot that I'm looking into possibly getting into again. Not again, for the first time. I haven't gotten into them before, but they've always seemed a little overpriced to me. Now they've come way down. We'll see how my finances are, whether or not that's going to provide, whether or not I'm going to have enough to do that. But we'll see. So there's other things that I want to get into as well, kind of build out this portfolio. Now, here's a caveat. This is what I'm doing. This is really, really risky. It's high risk, high reward. I've been following these guys for now a year and a half. Hive I've been following for almost 5 years now. So can't guarantee that the trend is going to repeat itself, but it looks like it may do that. So I've went heavy in on this. This is not the ideal portfolio for anybody. Normally you should have this more spread out over different industries, and I haven't done that. So that's bet on me. Don't do what I do. I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing, and you should not copy this, okay? Unless you really are, I would say, if you're willing to lose everything, there you go. This is how to lose everything possibly. But like I said, this is high risk, high reward. So we'll see how this is going to play out in the next 2 to 3 years. And if it plays out well, I'm going to make off like a bandit. If things go to hell in a handbasket, I'm going to lose probably $40,000, maybe $60,000 out of that, which is a lot of money, but I still have 20, 25 years of work ahead of me. So I can recoup it if that's the case. Okay. Hopefully my wife doesn't see this because she will kill me if she sees this. Okay. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any other tips for me that I could possibly do. I know some of you guys are also doing shorting. Some of you are doing options. I don't know enough about those to get into it. If I don't know something well enough, I'm not going to do it. This I know that I can just dollar cost average into it and be done with it, and we'll see where it ends up in a couple of years. Okay, so that's it. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I'll put this to the Patreons. As always, any spreadsheet that I create, I'll put it up there. And then you guys can also use it for your own portfolio management if you want. Keep track of things. Look at things how they could go up in value if they go up 10x, 5x, 20x, whatever you want to do. But that's it. Have a wonderful evening. Tomorrow will be a video. It's going to be, I don't know, I think I'm going to look at the video from earlier this year where I did the bear case scenario for Bitcoin miners. We'll see how close I came to that, or if if I didn't come close at all. But we'll take a look at that, and then I'm going to be gone over the weekend, spending time with the family up north. So no videos over the weekend, possibly back on Monday. Then we'll do a video on Monday. So I'll see you guys tomorrow and then on Monday. So have a great night.